Cool. Thank you for joining us today for this episode of 15 Minutes with a Senior. I have Matthew here. Matthew, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Matthew Jones. I'm a senior, obviously. I am going to be going to WT this next year, pursuing a degree in engineering. I don't know which one though, but we'll figure that out later.
Okay, you have uh, any idea as far as what you want to do with that at all?
Um, Not really. Originally thought of having a nuclear engineering and kind of get into like nuclear energy type stuff.
Okay.
But electrical also it interests me, so I can't really decide which one.
Okay. Yeah, you have plenty. I mean, you have plenty of time to figure that out. Mostly, you'll take some beginner engineering courses, and that'll do a lot to help you out with that. I want you to take some time. I've been offering for the students to think about people that have impacted their life, whether that be within the church, whether that be within the um, uh, within school or with work, or any capacity within your family, and I want to do that for you during this time. And first, I want you to know that we've obviously been in prayer of your family, and I just want you to talk about that as far as the relation to the church and what that's been for you.
All right. So the church has just been a big impact after everything that's happened recently with my dad and everything. Just all the prayer and the giving that everybody gave. It was just so crazy to have that impact on my life. Um, I've been with the church like since I can remember, and they've always been so supportive in everything that I did, and I just thank them for that.
Yeah, how's your faith played a role in all of this?
Um, Whenever I first found out that my dad wasn't too well, um, it was really tested. Like I just kept asking questions like, God, why me? Out of everything that's happened of this pandemic and everything, why is this also happening? And it just really made me question about everything. And then as time went on, with all the like encouraging notes that I'd been sent from all the people in the church and my friends and everything, it just like I could feel God going through them, just pushing me in the right direction, I guess, and always being there with me. And it was just so comforting to know that He had a plan, even though it was definitely not the plan that we wanted. Um, it just you could always feel, or I could always feel the power that He had, uh, and so it really restored my faith. It was challenging at the beginning, but it's just grown and grown since then.
Great. Hey, I thank you for being willing to talk with us about that. And I'll tell you that, I mean, I that's an encouragement for me, to hear that, and for us, it's easy for this time of separation to think of like, what does my faith mean? If uh, we're told that to put it into action, and it's hard to put that into action right now, and to hear that from you is inspiring to me. And so I thank you for being willing to open up about that. Um, I want you to think back in your time with the youth group. And we have a lot coming in, a lot of guys, especially coming into the youth group this next year. And so this is going to be in two parts. I've been asking for students to give advice to students coming into junior high, coming into the youth group, and then advice for those going into high school. Um, any advice that the change that occurs of going to high school, whether that be within the youth group, within competitions, the sports that they play, things along those lines.
All right. Overall, for youth group and high school in general, just get involved, I'd say. uh, you'll always meet people if you get involved with similar interests or hobbies or something, and then you can connect through that and grow relationships. And with those relationships, you can lean on each other throughout high school and trials and everything like that. You can just lean on each other and grow and have just a good quality time and have multiple memories that you will always treasure if you get involved.
Thanks, Matthew. I appreciate that advice. And I would like for you to describe yourself, and then how is that different from people's first impression of you? Are there surprises that people have as they get to know you more?
Um, I'd say when you first know me, I'm kind of more of a shyish kind of guy, kind of hesitant to just go all out to meet you, I guess. But later on, I will go tackle you if I see you or something. If we really get to know each other, let's see.
Yeah, and that's definitely what I've seen from you. And as I've gotten to know you better, that I've really enjoyed um, doing that. Uh, how do you how do you imagine telling this whole pandemic? Okay, how do you imagine talking about this with future generations? Whenever they read this in the history books, what do you think will be your lasting impression of it?
Well, I'm definitely going to tell my grandchildren or children that I survived basically the end of the world, and I will over exaggerate every single part of it.
Okay, as you
Um,
should.
yep. I will probably just make them feel like I am some sort of superhero that survived the hardest thing that's ever came. Um, but and then if they're trying to get out of school with a little cough, I'll be like, I survived a global pandemic and went to school during it. You know, you can go to school with a little cough and stuff like that.
Of course, yes. I love that. If you want to find something to complain about, you can always find that in any situation, and this is no different. Uh, but hopefully, there's been some good that you've been able to find within this. What are some changes that you've seen within either your family or the church or the world that you hope sticks after things return back to whatever the new normal is going to be like?
I think yeah, even our online church is it's been a good impact to just show that the church as a whole isn't just a building. It really proves that point. And like we all know those people that are just kind of too lazy, I guess, to get up in the mornings to go to church and everything. Which the videos and stuff will really help them. At least get some sort of service going with that. It obviously won't replace. It shouldn't replace the actual church part of it, but I think if we just kept the online atmosphere of the church and everything, just like we could just record the service and everything, and just post that, and I think that would help out Christians around the world, even um, just to have that influence.
All right, and then my last question for you: if you could go back in time and meet any character from the Bible, um, who would that be and why?
I think I'd go with Paul. I feel like I would really relate to him personally, um, and just like to talk to him, pick his brain and everything, just really get to know him. It would be very interesting to hear all the stories and tales that he has.
Well, Matthew, I appreciate your time of meeting with me. I've loved talking with you and getting your perspective on all of this. And I know things have been particularly difficult, for you and your family, and it hurts me that we haven't been able to be present, during this time, if there ever was a time for this to happen. But I do want you to know that myself personally, we as a church, we are praying for you. As you said, you can feel that, but I want you to know that continues, and we're excited to see what your future holds, and we know that your dad would be proud of it, whatever that ends up being, whether it's electrical or nuclear engineer or mechanical engineering, even, that your dad's going to be very proud of that, and we will as well. And so, thank you for your time and meeting with me today.
Thank you.